The magic has started. And then there's
Magic.
that. And guess what
It is
comes
a bit.
next?
Go.
Your music.
There we are. Sound down.
There we are.
Antenna up.
Here you go. Welcome into Bacon in Your Mailbox on this Thursday, December the 23rd, 2021. I guess we need to be a little more festive than that. Let's see here. How about this? Show number
Ooh.
136 of Bacon in
That
Your
was
Mailbox.
beautiful.
That's kind of festive, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to be
I feel
festive.
like I'm at Disney.
Yeah, I guess maybe I can, let's see, maybe I'll be a little more festive. There we go, maybe that.
Oh, look.
That'll work.
We look like a Christmas card.
We do.
You look like a sweater contest or something.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let's see if I look better. Oh, how about that?
Oh, that's an improvement. Wait, I think it's funny if you move, it looks like you have 4 ears.
There you go. Look at that. Hi, everybody. I can't move the rest of the show.
I'm frozen. I'm a frozen elf.
I'm there. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
That's fabulous.
Okay.
I love it.
Great. Fabulous. All right. Let's see how you've got a Santa hat on. I was gonna let you have ears. I mean, but yeah, gonna go the other way. There you go. Yeah. It just doesn't look right. You've got your Santa hat. It just looks like,
I mean, sorry.
I'm not judging. It's okay. You do you. All right.
Listen, I just didn't want to fix my hair, and this is the easiest holiday not fix your hair.
That's right. Are you officially off for the holiday now?
I'm off today and tomorrow. But let's define off. I'm not working in my office, but I have a bajillion things to do. So there's no off in this day off. Tomorrow, the next couple of days will be days off because I have a lot of stuff to get taken care of today. Errands and Santa stuff.
Yeah. Well, just for the record, for those that maybe don't know, this is Bacon in Your Mailbox. I'm Greg Milby, community storyteller. That is Jana Clark, community fanatic, aka festive person. She's all about that.
I am.
If you're just kind of sitting around your house because you're bored silly and you scrolling through Facebook and you find this little show, we apologize in advance. We've been doing this for a while. Actually, what, a year? Almost. In March, it'll be 2 years, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Can we change the name of COVID-19 to COVID-22 just to help me keep up? I'm losing years of my life because I can't do math.
So our friend Holly Sexton posted something that she'd found on the internet the other day, and it said, do you realize January 1st, we will be in 2022? So it sounds like you're saying 2022.
I know.
Nobody wants to go back to 2020.
I'm going to be even more confused than ever.
Yeah. And
I may as well just skip ahead to 23 and be done with it all.
Will it though? Will it really be done?
I don't know. I'm just ready. I hope so.
There was an article done about the people that said half of Americans consider 2021 the worst year of their lives. Even over 2020.
Wow.
So this, according to a poll, it was a survey of 1,000 adults, found that 53% said it had been a very unpleasant year for them. However, 7 in 10 have high hopes that 2022 will have an improvement over the previous year.
So I'm in that camp. But do you think it's just because 2020, we were all still in a little shock of it was new and we really were all thinking very short term and hoping that things would not last very long. And then it's like in 2021, I think people were like, still? You mean we're still having to deal with, an unknown and people getting sick and testing. And so I think it was because it had settled in.
Yeah.
And we said that in 2020. We just didn't really believe it. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't think we would be doing this show in 2021 going into 2022.
No, that's true.
It was just a little thing to fill some time during the pandemic, which
Yep.
I guess technically we're still doing. And
Technically, we're still doing.
people have been along with us for a while. Jay Hobbs, good morning.
Hey, Jay.
Spent a little time with Brian Dennis last night. He came
You
by
did?
with a I guess it's a relative. Todd came
Fun.
by, and they hung out with us for our bourbon raffle last night. So
Nice. I
kind of
heard
gave
it
them
went really well.
very well. Over 1,100 tickets sold.
That's
So
amazing.
all the money, all the proceeds from this month are going to tornado relief. So
Incredible. Is there another one? Like, are we going to finish December doing another one?
yeah, and I don't know how it happened, but they've just decided to finish super strong. It is an entire lineup of Weller. It's the full Weller, all the
Wow.
bottles. So it is
Wow.
$5 ticket too. So
$5.
give270.org is where you can get those tickets till next Wednesday.
That would make for a really fun holiday party if you were willing to share.
Yeah, I would for sure.
Oh, I would too.
So we got to say good morning to Carter Blankenship. Good morning, Carter.
Good morning,
We
Carter.
haven't done that, so I guess we need to officially make sure.
Good morning. Good morning, Greg.
I bet Carter has a Santa hat.
I guarantee you Carter has a Santa hat. And Carter is sporting a goatee now. That you can see in that video, there's a little one, but he's got the full goatee going on now. His mom posted that picture the other day.
I saw his picture in that. And then I saw pictures where one day where he was making Christmas goodies for his teachers and then they got to deliver them.
Mhm.
I mean, he's got a lot going on. He's very busy. He's like Santa.
I went away from our festive. I'm sorry. I don't know how. Hope. Hey, how about that? Angela Fulkerson, I finally caught y'all live.
Well, don't get your hopes up, Angela.
We apologize in advance. So, at least the one thing you could do watching is recorded is skip ahead.
That's right.
It's kind of difficult to do that. So
That's fun.
there's my
That's
dad
fun.
in there. Dad's watching this morning. It's good.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Raj.
Yeah. And then,
Hey, have you gotten your dad a Christmas present yet?
well, yeah.
Okay, so whisper it to me when the show's over because I don't want him to know.
Okay. He doesn't really worry about it that much. So,
Okay.
good morning. I guess 2021 was a good year for you guys. You guys became best buds.
I know. I accumulated several new friends in the friend department because of this show, which is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have several gifts.
That's
Yes.
good. There's Elaine. You all look so cute. Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Elaine.
This whole thing. Actually, it is.
I wear this all the time.
So we could tell the truth, Jana. We were doing our pre-show meeting, which lasts usually a minute and a half. And
It's that long now.
Jennifer throws this shirt in. So I've got a shirt over a shirt. And my earbuds that I wear to be able to hear everything, I'll be quite honest, I feel like my neck's getting pulled back because they're in the other shirt. And I'm afraid that if I move too much, I'm in traction. So
Well, that's all right. You'll live.
Yeah. Angela says she drives the school bus and she never catches us.
Oh.
I'm glad you're not watching us while you're driving the school bus, Angela.
I was going to say, now I'll be worried if anytime you are. So, and way to take care of those kiddos and keep them safe. Thank you, lady.
Have I ever told you that's like my dream job when retired?
Drive a school bus?
I want to drive a school bus.
You can. They need people.
Man, when I was
Heck, you could probably start in January if you really want to.
like I need another job right now. I've got
Yeah, that's what
eight.
you do.
So I used to, growing up, I would set out my fake little bus and drive, in the living room, like I was driving through Greene County, picking up school kids because it had the big wheels back then. I'd drive.
Did you sing that song? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and
No, you had to
Did
make
sing
the
that song?
you had to make the bus sound. Like when you stopped. When you stopped, you went. Because, it has air brakes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you pop the thing out.
Angela, I would get a bonus.
Ooh,
Angela,
there you go.
I don't know who you drive for, but if you drive for Hardin County Schools, I'm going to say they're not going to. No, they know me. They're not going to let me behind the wheel of the bus. They're not.
Is there an application, Angela? Because that might be a problem.
Yeah. I said, you're going to probably have to. Yeah. Hey, there's Terry Ship. I gave him a gift a few weeks ago.
Hey, Mr. Ship.
So it was.
What, you let him beat you at golf?
No. Oh. Yeah. Actually, it was Terry Ship, Ed Pope, and the mayor walking through downtown. I guess they were going over to JR Neighbors. It was right before the big preview nights. And I'd tap on our window, on our second floor office, and Terry looks up and then taps Jeff on the shoulder, and he looks up, and I flashed him.
Awesome.
No idea why.
Keeping it so professional in downtown E-Town. I can count on you.
I was intending just to wave and to be like, hi. And I have no idea why I flashed him. I have none.
Game time decision. Were you all of a sudden in New Orleans during Mardi Gras? What?
Did you get
beads?
I did not. I guess I should probably question them on that. Casey in her office, she looked at me like, what are you doing? I go, I just flashed a mayor and I have no idea why.
Nice. Okay.
So now there'll be more people coming by 55 Public Square.
I was going to say, Greg.
There's Josh Basham, Red Hill Cutlery.
Oh, I get it, Josh. I hope you have a sharp Christmas too.
I think that's probably one. My dad says he's going to get a lump of coal. Probably.
Oh,
I think one of my
that.
best gifts that I give Dad, besides grandchildren, I think was the World War II barracks knife that Red Hill Cutlery did. And it was used from the wood of the barracks there at Fort Knox that my papaw had been in when he was at basic training at Fort Knox. I think that was probably one of my, I was super happy with that gift. It was one of those times that, I always like to give gifts anyway, but it was one of those times that I was giddy going to my parents to give him that gift.
And isn't it interesting because I also love to give gifts and I like to nail it like that. Like I like to find gifts for someone that I'm just as excited. And I will tell you that for earlier in the Christmas season, I kind of felt like I didn't have good gifts for Christmas for my friends and some family. But for the record, I feel like I have finished strong in my Christmas shopping. Maybe a couple of that are questionable and maybe aren't as solid as I want them to be, but still good. But I like to really nail it when you give somebody something that is going to be a hit.
Yeah, I'm okay with not even getting gifts now. Is that weird?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we have enough stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to buy something, I'm just going to go buy it because I know exactly what I want.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
and I like Jennifer and I, we've told some people, they were like, what do you guys want for? Honestly, just make a donation somewhere. I just want to kind of gather together and watch the kids and do that. It's fun.
Yeah. Let's just kind of hang out.
There's my friend Kristen Parrott, our friend Kristen Parrott.
Kristen, how about those cats, girl?
You had to go there, didn't you?
But Kristen went there. The fact that she appeared on the show, I had to say something about the game, Greg.
Hi, Riley. Yeah. It was bad.
Just because you didn't show up, don't be mean.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was bad.
And last night would have been bad.
You're right.
But I think we wore Western Kentucky down for you guys. It's a different. Angela drives for Hardin County. Yeah.
I can't wait to tell my husband that you made that comment.
I'm just kidding too, because that's what people say. I didn't mean that. Look, we would have gotten crushed last night. Louisville didn't have a chance. It's just, I don't know. So, Angela, good luck getting a referral. I'm just going Teresa Morgan is not going to allow me to drive a school bus for you guys.
No, you may as well start writing your letters now. We're going to need a county-wide letter writing campaign.
Yeah. Look at Dad telling out. You would say blinka, blinka, blinka when you would ride your bike when you were small. It was your turn signal. Oh, it was Mom saying that. Yeah, I did. I was authentic.
Blinka,
real.
blinka. Yeah.
Well, what do they do?
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
Well, what do turn signals do?
I can see it now. Little Gregory making a turn. Blinka, blinka, blinka.
When I was a kid, I was more responsible than half the people in Hardin County. They don't use turn signals.
Well, that's true. But listen, I've traveled over the past week, and that's just not a Hardin County, Kentucky thing. That's an everybody thing, I've decided.
I don't get it. Use the turn signals.
I mean, that's what they're for.
I've said this before, but if you drive down New Glendale Road and you're turning onto the bypass, if you're coming from the Dixie,
yes,
turn your turn signals on.
Yes.
Nothing makes me more frustrated. I'm sitting there waiting, and here you come over the hill. I don't want to get to pull out in front of you, and then you get right there at that little turn, and you turn off. Don't even turn the turn signal on.
But if you see that someone had their turn signal on, would you still have waited, or would you just made sure that they were slowing down enough that you felt safe to truck on?
Oh, I won't wait for them to slow down enough.
Yeah.
Well, look at that. Mom's having all kinds there. She's getting all kinds of support now.
Oh, it's so funny.
I need to buy me a red light to put in the window. I need a fog machine and a strobe light.
There you go.
That's what I need.
That could probably happen. Don't give him ideas, Brian Dennis.
Yeah. I'm behind on comments. Dad said, I guess that knife put a tear in his eye. Either that or it was a ghost pepper.
Ghost pepper. The ghost pepper.
There's Mary Stucker Hall. Not seen her in a while either.
I miss Mary.
I've seen her either. Her band of merry women that she hangs out with.
She is probably prepared for the holidays too. So really, honestly, do you have some last minute gifts that you'll be out getting today or tomorrow? Any last minute preparations, or have you pretty much tied it up?
I've not bought a gift.
Oh.
And I don't have a gift to buy.
Oh.
I mean, nobody wants me going to 5 Star and buying a beef jerky and and a power cord to their cell phone.
But is there a recipe that you're supposed to be are you supposed to be cooking something? Are you supposed to be buying something because you have company coming over? Like, you have zero holiday responsibilities in your world?
I got nothing.
Wow.
It's been a weird year.
Good for you.
Well, and it doesn't feel like the 23rd to me.
Well, friend, it is.
So, Jennifer and I did. The reason we didn't have Bacon in Mailbox last week was Jennifer and I at the last minute decided to go to Florida for a few days just to recharge, a little rest and relaxation. That threw everything off.
Yeah.
We went to Florida like the week before Christmas.
Fun. Very fun.
Like, even our tree in the basement, I call it it doesn't make the final cut tree. Jennifer calls it something else. It's all the ornaments that aren't the pretties. It's the ones that we've collected all the years, and all the childhood memories and all good stuff like that gets put in the basement and hidden away. We don't even have that tree up. But we don't have the tree.
Wow.
It's still in the floor. Because we had other stuff going on, and then we had to pack like monsters to go to Florida.
Oh, fun.
And then when we get back, you jump back into life and you've got a shortened week.
Right. So at this point, is it even worth it? Like, no, we skipped it this year.
No, we usually do Christmas in the basement around that tree.
Yeah.
We're probably going to be at the big tree upstairs.
Awesome.
Here's what it is, right?
Gather around, kids. And this year we get to do it around the big tree.
Yeah. And then, I've got tonight we're, the Titans play Thursday night football at home. So we're loading up. I'm taking Gavin to his very first NFL game tonight.
Very fun.
So
very fun.
And
your weather will be nice.
It's still, I guess it's not December cold, but it's not going to be like super warm.
But if you think about what it could have been like, when you looked at the date, you were like, oh, that's going to be a cold one. And it's not going to be that bad. I mean, like a coat, jacket, and gloves, and you'll be perfectly comfortable.
Yeah.
Very fun. Who do they play? Remind me.
San Francisco 49ers.
Oh.
Yeah. So Gavin's going, and then Kenny, who's my normal partner in crime for the Titans game, he's going still. Yep. He purchased tickets elsewhere, and he's taken a friend of ours, Joe Humphreys, who's never been to a NFL game.
Wow, how fun.
Be a fun trip. I think we're going to try to leave early because, you know, when Kenny is the guy that signs your paycheck,
yeah,
you can leave early during a workday and go to Nashville.
You can leave whatever time Kenny says, let's go.
Right. And then when you know the employer for your son, and then you didn't even have to ask them because they have a party and they're leaving at 2:00 anyway. So,
well, there you go.
I don't know if you know that, but the sports park's leaving early today.
I heard something about that.
Yeah. So, Josh Basham says, do you still say blinka, blinka, blinka when you, yes, Josh, I do. No, I probably will now because that'll pop back in my mind.
And if there's anyone in the car with you, I need you to tell that story. As a matter of fact, I need you to tell that story to your son on the way to Nashville today. I would love to know that you shared that with him.
Yeah. So Angela says there's a blinker fluid shortage. Yeah, that's those are some of my favorite videos. Oh, there's
too funny.
Hi, Shirley. I like your Christmas lights.
Shirley, hi, Shirley.
You know, for those that are new, Shirley's our neighbor, my neighbor that lives up the street, and it's probably just as easy to yell. And she's got great Christmas lights. So
Shirley's probably got all her gifts wrapped with coordinating bows and paper.
I'm sure she does.
I know.
So does your kids get equal number of presents?
No.
Okay, because my mom does that most of the time. The kids, it's like everybody gets the same amount of presents.
Yeah. So my dad is very orderly. And so my dad would always want to go one at a time in order. And so one year that did not work out because it was like all of a sudden somebody had 3 gifts left to open. And so that was the year that I learned that's a bad idea. Literally one person plays Santa and they just start handing out gifts and we just start opening gifts.
And there's a lot of thought that goes into that.
Sometimes somebody wants a gift really badly and it might be expensive or hard to get, but it's really what they wanted. And I say to that kid, you know, if you get this, it's going to kind of be, you know, like you're only, you know, you may get a couple little things. And that kid says, okay. On Christmas morning, I go, remember.
As they get older, they remember, but they don't remember when they're really young.
Yeah, it's hard to do that when they're little. But like this year, my kids had very specific things they wanted, things they needed, and they were purchased. And I was like, I think that'd be something good for you for Christmas. And they were like, okay. So
now my mom would say, okay, you would say, Mom, I kind of would like to have this. Well, you know, Christmas is coming. I'm like, Mom, it's like March.
Right.
It's a long way away.
Yes.
Well, you don't be buying anything because Christmas will be here soon. No, it's April, Mom.
Right.
So,
a few weeks ago, my husband pulled the, now are we getting each other Christmas presents this year? And I just looked at him. I go, I got something for you. He goes, okay, just wanted to know. Just asking. I'm good. It's fine.
Well, Jennifer and I are not. We said
just took a trip.
Exactly. So our trip was our gift.
Yeah.
So that, and we have pretty much shook on it. That's not, I mean, there better not be another gift. Because in past we've done that, or I've done that, where, we're not getting each other a gift. And then like everybody opens presents like, well, there's one more gift under the tree. I wonder whose that is. And that really doesn't go well. They may like the gift, but that's a lecture.
It's true. And I know that it's tough to win that. I get it. But really, you do reach a certain point where you can say, we really need a new couch. Well, why don't we just give each other a couch for Christmas? And I'm totally good with that. Totally good.
We've given each other about 7 or 8 gifts, I think, this year. Every time why don't we just do that for Christmas? Okay. You know, okay. You just kind of go about it and do that. Actually, we almost did something that I've always wanted to do. And that is the car commercials where there's a car on your front in your driveway and you're like, go outside. And there's a big bow on a car. I've always wanted to have friends that could give me a gift like that, and I don't.
I was going to say,
thanks,
that's not
Jenna.
coming from Santa.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mitch would do that for me. But I didn't. But so Jennifer, we ended up buying her a new vehicle the other day.
Oh.
And I was like, but it doesn't get here to January.
Oh.
So we'll be doing a January bow, I think, because I want to do that.
Bow. Yeah. I do have one gift that I ordered very early, but is back ordered, that I wrapped a picture of it for Will. Only one though. And I thought that's pretty good. I shopped local a lot. If I could get it here, I did. There were a couple things that I couldn't get here, so I had to order them or whatever. But I do have one gift that someone in my house is going to open a picture of something. But I wrote a sweet little note that says, I'm so sorry. Maybe it'll be here soon. Sad face,
I mean, they get it. Now,
yeah.
I did, 1 year, my mother-in-law made me a gift, but we would do those homemade gifts. That they started that 1 year, and then everybody made these homemade gifts. Well, it ended up being me finishing up everybody's homemade gift the night before we went.
Funny.
But everybody was always so stressed. Well, my mother-in-law was up cooking and doing all that stuff. Well, that night she didn't get a chance to make my gift. So what I got was a box, and she was making me this apron that looked like a tuxedo.
Yes.
But it was just all the pieces. And
That's
she said,
awesome.
Leave it with me and I'll actually put it together.
Here's what I'm working on for you for Christmas. That's very fun.
Dustin says, good morning, Pops. You ready for a showdown in some football? Dustin and I play in the first round of the playoffs of our fantasy football league.
Wow.
Well, I guess I'm playing Dustin, or am I playing Dustin's computer?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Who is going to pick the better playoff team, Dustin or the robot?
Well, it's already picked. It's from, we've talked about that before, where Dustin was late because he needed fried pickles, and his fantasy football team was picked by the computer, and Dustin happens to be in first place. So is Dustin in first place? Or that would almost be like, it would be like Jennifer going to run the Chicago Marathon and winning the marathon, and I walk in and take her medal and cross the line for her. Right? Isn't that the same thing?
It's the exact same thing. It's the exact, managing a fantasy football team is very akin to running a marathon. Yeah. So you're exactly right.
Well, I drove her to Chicago. I took her to the start line.
I invited her to go.
I guess technically I did it. So yay me for winning Chicago Marathon.
I agree. Sorry, Dustin.
So there you go, Dustin. What are you getting me for Christmas? A hard time. That's what I'm giving you. And hopefully a big upset.
Love and affection.
Because on paper, there's no chance in the world that I win this game. There's none.
That's all right. That's why they play the game, man.
Because I've got my two top players are on injured reserve. One of them is Derrick Henry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to shock the world. But it was interesting in our house on Tuesday night because, the COVID games were pushed to Tuesday. So it came down to me beating my preacher / great friend, Jeff Knoll, and Gavin losing to his mother for me to make the playoffs.
Wow.
So I have no shame in making sure Gavin realized that his mother stomped him in fantasy football at the last.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm not the worst, Dustin. I love you. You know that. You're like my son.
Love you.
Dustin is my son. As far as from basketball season, that's an agreement with his parents and Jennifer and I that we have adopted him during basketball season because he's a Louisville fan. Okay. They're all UK fans.
Okay.
Just tough parental love is what that was right then.
But when it comes to fantasy football, you got to tell it like it is. You can't sugarcoat that stuff.
Shirley said Richard did the card thing for her 1 year early in their marriage. I don't know how that would go though in our house. Like if I didn't talk to Jennifer and I went out and bought like Shirley's
Yeah.
got this fancy convertible Mustang. So if I went and bought
Oh,
this fancy convertible Mustang
yeah.
and it was in the driveway for Jennifer, I'm not sure that would go well.
Jennifer would go like, how much money did you put down on that? And did you pay cash? And did you trade something in that I have? And did you get a good price for it? And yeah,
And
she needs some deets
and I thought we were a
immediately.
team, you know?
Yeah.
We do this
Yeah.
stuff together.
Yeah.
So oh, let me tell you a car story for vacation. Because
Okay.
I use the word frugal. Some people call me cheap.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
So we planned the trip. We're like, we're going to Uber from the airport over to the condo. We're just going to walk to the grocery store, get some food items. There are a couple restaurants close by. We'll do that, but we'll eat at home, eat at the condo. And just our goal was to wake up in the morning, drink coffee on the beach and watch the sun rise, watch the sunset, drinking bourbon that evening. Just kind of
Sweet.
lay on the beach the entire day. So we get off the plane and I'm pulling out my phone while Jennifer's in the restroom and she comes out of the restroom and I said, we're going to live a little. She goes, what?
Uh-oh.
I said, we're going to live a little. Let's go. And I showed her my phone and it was a rental car reservation page. And it
Ooh.
was a convertible Mustang.
Oh my gosh.
So I walk over to that counter and I tell the guy, I said, man, we're living a little bit. You got any cars available? He's like, yeah. I said, he goes, we've got a minivan. We got this. I said, do you have any convertible Mustangs? He says, yeah. And he kind of gives me the price. And I'm like, you know what? We'll take the Nissan Kick. So we basically were I was driving a toy car. I think I had to go blinka when I put the turn signals
Oh
on.
my
'Cause
gosh.
Nothing against a Nissan Kick. They're nice vehicles, but this wasn't like the one with the options. This was,
Right.
we had power windows, but I think that was about it.
Wow. That's hysterical.
And we didn't drive that much. My whole thought process was, why was I going to pay that much to rent that Mustang convertible when we're only driving
Right.
like 2 miles to a restaurant?
Right. You weren't there to cruise the streets and see the sights. You were there to sit and relax. So I completely get that.
And it was a good call because
It's so
I
funny.
didn't want to spend that extra money, but I also didn't want to walk that much. We walked the beach
Right.
every day. I didn't want
Right.
to go that route.
You compromised.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be our week. If you want to go to Florida the week before Christmas, the week
Yeah.
before Christmas is the week to go because it is, I mean,
Quiet.
it was quiet. No big issues getting into restaurants. It was nice. So I liked it. So,
Good. What a great idea.
hey, so Christmas traditions, do you guys do the mistletoe stuff?
No, but grandma, Mitch's grandma has one that she hangs in her big doorway every year. But I did it one time and I think my kids just thought it was a joke and dumb. And so I quit doing it.
Well, there's mistletoe etiquette. I did not know this.
No, oh, me neither.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing is too, if you tell people that say they love the smell of mistletoe, they're lying because
true. It
mistletoe
doesn't
has
smell.
no smell at all.
Right.
So,
And it real mistletoe isn't really pretty. Like real mistletoe isn't something that you can like really hang. It grows in the very highest branches of some random tree.
it's like some kind of fungus, isn't it?
Yeah. So just stick to the pretty plastic stuff and you'll be fine.
And how did that even become a tradition? Like, hey, Jimmy, climb that tree and get me that fungus out of the tree. I think that'll look good
Listen.
over the doorway.
I think that mistletoe was perhaps the original dating app. I mean, if you
Hadn't thought
like
of that.
somebody, you just had to figure out a way to get them. You just walk this way and then you walk this way and then you have somebody call them over and then all of a sudden you're like, look up,
We were under the mistletoe.
we're in love.
So in some countries, the belief is that after a man and a woman kiss under the mistletoe, the man is supposed to remove one of the berries from the plant.
Oh, from the
And
fungus.
after all the berries are gone from the mistletoe, nobody else is supposed to kiss under that plant because it would be bad luck because you've taken all of the luck out of it. And if you do not kiss when under the mistletoe, when it has berries on it, then you will have bad luck too.
There you go. Wonder what you do with that berry. If you end up not liking the kiss, you just slip it in their drink and you poison them because it's a fungus that tastes horrible. Bad kisser. Go flush that berry.
Oh, Angela, you are on it, girl. It didn't all show here, but mistletoe is a fungus that only grows in a black walnut tree in a
Yes.
cluster, and we used to shoot it out because that was the best way to get it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, black walnut trees take many, many years to grow and produce nuts. Just saying, a little maple syrup, black walnut bitters, and an orange in bourbon tastes really good too.
I mean, that's the only black walnut we should care about.
Right.
Right.
And do you have a real or fake tree growing up? And it varied. I think there were a few years we had real trees. We didn't have a real tree every year.
We never got to have a real tree because my mom liked to put the tree up really early and it would be all over the place. Like literally, she put it up so early. And we had several people that were a little allergic in my house, my brother and her. And so we always had a fake tree, but it was so filled with crap that you couldn't tell if it was real or fake because she loaded that thing down. Because every ornament she loved was going on that tree no matter what.
You know who I think are evil? Christmas
Who?
light makers. Because they make those on purpose not to last every year.
Well, of course, because if everybody's lasted forever, then no one would ever buy any more.
But when you plug in those, in the ones that are pre-lit,
Oh, yeah.
that's just pure evil.
I mean, that's a ruse, right? Remember when that first came out, everybody was like, that's brilliant. And then 2 years later, they were like, I hate that tree.
Right, because it's one section that goes out, and they make this gun now that you can go, and it's pretty ingenious. You just go across the line, and you could, but you've got to track the entire thing.
No.
And last year, I spent 361 days tracking those before Christmas last year. It felt like 361 days. I might
Right.
have been off by like 360 days and 23
Right.
hours, whatever it was.
Right.
But those freaking lights are not working again this year.
See?
And so I
I know.
went out and bought lights to cover over those lights.
One year we had, I'm sure I'm not the only person this has happened to. So I like what clear lights on a tree. I like colored lights and displays and all that, but we always had clear lights on our tree. And so one year, one strand went out, and so we went and bought others, but the colors didn't match. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where like one was brighter, one was kind of an orangey yellow, one was, and it was all off. And I specifically remember that tree because I couldn't, like, it bothered me. So funny. And my mom was like, if you mention those lights one more time, you're going to be the one that has to take all that stuff down and put it all back up. So I kept my mouth shut.
There's
Tree
certain people
lights.
that are evil. Yeah, it's
Hey,
evil.
come on.
And we used to do the lights on the house, but I didn't do that this year. And I didn't even put out my regular decorations this year.
Wow.
Well, I mean, we went from one event that was a major time sucking event into resetting from that, just to turn around to go on vacation, just to come back and reset and then start getting ready for Christmas.
This means that what you really need to do is this summer, you need to start putting your Christmas decorations up. So when you get busy around the holidays, it will already be done.
Yeah, that'll go really, really well. Yeah. Did you know that in Slovakia, it is a tradition to keep Christmas carp
For how long?
for a few days? Now, where do you keep
Oh.
Christmas carp before the big Christmas dinner?
Mm.
You keep it in your bathtub. It's
No.
tradition in Slovakia to keep your Christmas carp, which live in the family bathtub, for a few days before they are eaten, because you want the carp to be fresh for your family for Christmas.
There has to be another way.
I think I may have to roll that way.
Will you take a picture and send it to me?
I think I may have to talk to Jennifer about that. So, you know what? Let's start a new tradition. We used to read the different Christmas books. You know, of course, read the Christmas story out of the Bible. But I think we need to add the Christmas carp. We do, like Christmas morning, we do Christmas breakfast, like breakfast casserole and this cinnamon bake thing and some other stuff.
Yes.
I think Christmas carp might have to be on there.
Carp it is.
Because then I can give pieces of it to my turtles who can be festive with us.
Maybe you could just keep the carp with the turtles. Why would you have to use your bathtub? I mean, how big's a carp?
I don't know. I'm going to have to find out because I got a decent sized bathtub.
I mean, you should do that.
Yeah. Hey, did you know in Japan, the biggest Christmas tradition in Japan on Christmas Day is Kentucky Fried Chicken?
What?
Yes. Christmas was and still is a massive secular holiday in Japan, a country where less than 1% of the population identifies as Christians, but they still celebrate Christmas. And in the 1970s, many people didn't have established Christmas traditions. That's when KFC came in. The company launched its Kentucky for Christmas marketing campaign in 1974, and their first, the party buckets soon followed after that. And according to figures released by the American fast food chain, KFC Japan pulled in roughly $63 million from December 20th to December the 25th, with lines starting out the door on December 23rd.
Wow.
Their busiest day is usually Christmas Eve, and they usually sell out about 5 to 10 times more than they do on typical days.
Wow. It's like here at the Kroger with the cream cheese. I mean, that's nuts. Christmas and KFC in Japan.
Yeah. In America, we have Christmas crap, which is similar to carp.
There you go. That's true. But that's just good marketing and good timing. That's smart.
Smart on their part. KFC's big.
I need an idea like that.
Yeah. Busiest shopping day of the year. You know when it is?
The day after Christmas?
Nope. It's not Black Friday, not the day after Christmas. It's not Christmas Eve. It's today.
Today,
nationally, traditionally, the busiest shopping day of the year is December 23rd.
The 23rd, yeah.
And the busiest traveling day is today.
It's today, yeah.
Which is going to be great driving through Nashville.
Yeah, that might be interesting.
I might need to go and just leave right now.
You should just leave right now.
Because Nashville it's not kind on a weekend anyway. And now you've got the busiest traveling day of the year.
It's true. It will be cars everywhere for sure. But do you think that's the 23rd? Because people think if they wait till the 24th, it's last minute. But if they're shopping and traveling on the 23rd, they still kind of have time, which isn't really true. But I think that's probably why.
Yeah. I mean, I went out yesterday to a store and it didn't feel. I mean, I can usually sense that because I'm not a big crowd guy, and I didn't feel overwhelmed going in.
There you go.
Of course, I didn't stand in a line either. I went in, they didn't have what I needed, and so I left. So maybe that was it. All right, one more thing. Favorite Christmas song. What is your favorite Christmas song that you have to hear, or it puts you into the spirit each and every year?
Greg, that's the easiest question. And do you really not know the answer to this for me?
It has to do with drinking. I know that probably.
No, it doesn't have to do with drinking.
Oh, well, your dog's named Tipsy, so I figured it had to do with drinking.
It's Mariah Carey.
Oh, the All I Want for Christmas Is You?
No, it is not. That was a joke because that's what I thought you would guess. My favorite Christmas song is Hark the Herald Angels Sing. When I hear that song in church on Christmas, like I zone out. Like I think it is the most beautiful sounding Christmas. I guess that's maybe a hymn, not a carol. Anyway, Christmas song, because it is sung other times, but my mother loved that song and it's always been one that has resonated with me. So I think that's my favorite. Yeah. I like a lot of them though.
I do too. Spending all the years in radio, I like a lot of the tunes.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's one for me, and Kristen, you're right. That is a good one. Mary, Did You Know?
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Martina
Will's favorite.
McBride's Silent Night
I
is
don't know if
just,
I've ever heard.
oh, it's just powerful. It's an acapella, and it's just
Yeah.
very, very powerful. I like that.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I used to have the tradition, and I did this when I did morning radio for all the years. We would play the Linus and Lucy, and he would say, "Lights, please," and he would tell the
Yes.
Christmas story, and then that would
Yes.
fade out into Martina McBride's Silent Night, and that would be the end of the show. I did that for
think
20
that's
some odd
awesome.
years. Yeah. So I guess maybe that's
Wow.
why I like the Silent Night portion.
Yeah.
But-
and Silent Night has always been another one of my favorites because it is, again, I think it's that culmination of this crazy busy time in our lives. And then all of a sudden, it seems like when we slow down long enough to think about why Christmas is Christmas, I like to bring it home with a good hymn.
Yeah. Christmas in Dixie by Alabama is a good one.
Good one.
Mhm.
Good one.
Angels Among Us from Alabama. But that's
Angels
really,
Among Us is a
it's
good
not
one.
a Christmas song though. It is, but it's not.
Oh,
So, but Spotify, their most streamed Christmas songs this holiday season. And that's where you really, truly know the most
that's
streamed.
true.
Because
They have several different lists on Spotify though. So it just, they have the rockin' ones, the country ones, the traditional ones. Like they have a lot of different options.
and you can pick that, build your own playlist, whatever. So you truly
Yes.
know what people are listening to. So
true.
number 10 on their most streamed Christmas songs list this year so far is Feliz Navidad from Jose Feliciano.
Okay.
Number 9 was Santa Tell Me from Ariana
Big fan.
Grande. That's a good one. The Christmas song from Nat King Cole.
Oh, it's such a traditional. That's a good traditional one.
Number 7 is Last Christmas from Wham.
Okay.
Number 6 is It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas from Michael Bublé.
Not a fan.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Andy Williams, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year is number 5.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. White Christmas from Bing Crosby.
Of course.
Bobby Helms with Jingle Bell Rock was number 3 on the list.
Really?
Number 2, Brenda Lee, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Okay.
Number 1 may surprise you,
I hope it's not Mariah Carey.
and it may not. Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. You knew that was coming, right?
Like enough of that song.
I got to tell you, and I can say this amongst friends because, well, I'm not technically on the clock for them, but until 10 o'clock, and then I do my show for B101.5, which is all Christmas music. And people know I love Christmas music, but in moderation. And I've been playing Christmas music since the beginning of November.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes.
So I'm like, how in the world could this get any worse? Right?
Oh, it can.
And, we play Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You over and over and over because it's
Right.
the big song. So
know.
I get an email the other day, and now 2 times a shift, I have to read. You ready? I'll read it for you. You ready? All I Want for Christmas Is You. To check out the Mariah Carey menu at McDonald's, the iconic voice of the holiday season is teaming up with the Golden Arches to offer 12 days of McDonald's deals now through December 24th. Customers can get a different menu item for free from the Mariah menu on the McDonald's app with a $1 minimum purchase. Download the McDonald's mobile app now. So that was,
I did not know that. Is that a true? Like, are you kidding me right now, or is that a real thing?
that's a real thing.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
See, that's why it's number 1. That's why I'm not going to listen to it for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Yep, she has
So there
enough
you go.
money. Not going to do it.
I wonder if that counts as me reading it one time already.
Probably not.
Okay. Well,
Good try.
oh, crap. All right. Well,
Good try.
that'll do it.
Yeah, good try.
All right. Well, hey, thank you everybody for joining us for our festive holiday edition of Bacon in Your Mailbox. There you go. It's better. I just can't move anymore. I just have to
No,
do this.
you're stuck.
Okay. I'm frozen in this screen. There, that's perfect right there. Did the show get a McDonald's sponsorship? By Georgia, you know what? I'll take it, Brian Dennis.
Maybe. No, not
2022,
if we
maybe
have to
that'll.
promote Mariah Carey. We can't do it.
Right. They can be a
I
sponsor
cannot be bought, Greg Milby.
from January to, well, that started December 13th. So they could be a sponsor from January to December 13th.
And then off.
Yeah, that's it. Angela, it was so good that you were able to join us today. We appreciate
Thanks, friend.
you being here and being festive. There's no smoke and mirrors here.
None.
So there you go. Awesome stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful Christmas. You know, be
Have
festive,
a wonderful Christmas.
be merry. Give that big hunk of meat husband of yours a hug from me and a kiss on the cheek, because I
will.
I don't want it to be awkward between us next time. So just on the cheek, if you wouldn't mind.
All
right.
Good enough.
All right. So we appreciate you joining us for Bacon in Your Mailbox. This has been show number 136. I am Greg Milby, community storyteller. That is Janet Clark, community fanatic. Have a wonderful Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all.